But General Bhatia, do you buy that? Because there is an existing track record. Given the fact that about half the Jawans who retire in the ex-serviceman category actually struggle to find employment, and this is across private sector, across state government, across central government, across CAPF. If it hasn't happened in the past, with new focus, are you hopeful that it will happen now?
Honestly, no, I'm not hopeful at all. Agnipath is not from Mars. They're the same recruitment base, with the same selection process, with the same training. And these are less trained actually. And you look at what has changed the terminal condition service. Once they come out, I feel they will not, it's good to promise right now, but all the industry captains, they should put out the figures as to how many have they employed till now. Even the government reservations which are done for the ex-servicemen, which are notified, the devil in the detail. The criteria is such they don't get employment. There are 300 odd ex-servicemen in Madhya Pradesh who have gone to court, I believe, saying that they are authorized this vacancies, and the vacancies, only 6 of them which are filled. So there is a gap between promises, assurances, and outcomes. So I feel that we have to pass a legislation for this. If a legislation passed, it will assure the people, assure the Agnipaths who are coming in, assure the recruiters are coming in, that they will get a job, a second opportunity, a second career, and they'll go back to the mainstream as better citizens. If the legislation is not there,
can this be legislated by law? Many veterans are now asking for it. If it hasn't happened with all these big companies, and I don't want to pick on one or two, if it hasn't happened in all these years, General Bhatia and many others wonder, what's the guarantee it will happen again? Abhi to, they're saying all of this on camera, but later they could turn.
We are a society which is based on trust. If you will start mistrusting everybody and every individual...
No, but your past track record is a good indicator of what might happen in the future.
Look, this is a different matter. Mr. Mahendra has declared, and many such companies have come out, when there are 4 years training, and after retirement, many soldiers come and join they are much in demand. They join the different private sector jobs. So this is nothing unnatural, and I think the initiative is coming from their side. The crux of the matter is that this is the best opportunity which Prime Minister has provided. Whenever some reforms comes, there is a stiff opposition. You just see in 1980s, most of the army generals must be knowing that. In 1980s, most of the NATO countries have introduced reforms based on our reform. We are very late in reforming our armed forces. The requirement of the armed forces of technology, the manpower and the weapons, it is not decided by the political executives. They come with their internal discussions and come to the political executives. And all decision democracy is taken by the political executive. Even in 1971 war, which Indira Gandhi was afraid to sign, but it was ultimately she took the decision, she took all the credit. It was we all know the army generals forced her to go into the war.
You can, Reddy, respond to the point that Rakesh Sinha is making, that you must have faith if the likes of Anand Mahindra, Baba Kalyani are saying that they will hire in the future, therefore don't disregard their public promise.
Okay, Rahul, firstly, Mr. Rakesh Sinha must, understand that the 1971 war was largely due to Mrs. Indira Gandhi's stellar leadership and is being recognized around the world. So you please first learn that.
No,
secondly,
not at all.
Rahul, after I left the service,
Army general
you finish your turn. No. What do you know about the military for you to talk? Please don't talk about this. Rahul, after leaving the military service, I've been an MLA and a minister and an MP for many terms now. Hundreds and thousands of ex-servicemen come to me, young. They retire at about 32, 33, 34, 35. Very fit, very well qualified, very well trained. To get them a job somewhere, to put in a word somewhere. And these same corporates and these same state governments and these same central police forces have not been doing anything so far. For 8 years, let Mr. Anurag Thakur or Mr. Scindia or the Home Minister, let them tell how many ex-servicemen have they recruited. Why haven't they recruited? Why haven't the BJP chief ministers recruited ex-servicemen for the last 8 years when they've been in power? So, Rahul, what has happened is, I must tell you the inside information. Defense Ministry, bigwigs, called up these corporate, owners or MDs or whatever and said, please give statements in support of Agniveer. Please give statements that we will recruit them. So they have given statements. Now, why don't they reply that? Why did they not recruit?
General Sawhney, final words from you. Do you buy these promises? Because, you know, when I was... One second, sir.
5 seconds. Give me
no,
5
seconds.
Give me just 5 seconds.
Okay, go on, Rakesh Sinha.
Give me just one statement. I am surprised that the way he is talking, that he was corporate houses were brought and they were said to give this statement. It seems that he was a witness in the.
The General Puri gave a statement like that. The Defence Ministry gave a statement.
Why are you disbelieving?
The Defence Ministry gave a statement that they have approached corporate heads to give statements.
Don't mistrust your business captains. Don't mistrust that.
Okay.
They are the
General
great
Sawhney,
contributors in the national economy.
You know, it is an open secret
I'm only going by the track record of the last
people, when they retire from the armed forces, oftentimes
servicemen.
find it difficult to find gainful employment. In countries like the United States, I was at the Harvard Business School this summer, there are veterans who get admission on priority. You are building their life skills, management skills, so that once they graduate out of a school like HPS, they are qualified for success in the corporate world. That is meaningful affirmation. It's not a hawa mein promise, but meaningful affirmation. Do you buy these promises we are hearing from India Inc.? Do you believe that there will be gainful employment for some of these Jawans after they retire after 4 years?
I think if these people take into account the young age and the enthusiasm of these boys, they would be the gainers. But whether they would, actually do whatever they have promised is something we have to watch. But the fact that they have promised and given these openly on the media will mean that they will not be able to back out of these, and let's trust them. Because, for example, unless and until you get now the feeling, of course, at the moment, they haven't employed many ex-servicemen, that's a fact. But the point is, they always give the excuse of their being of a certain age which they cannot use. But that excuse goes away as far as these Agniveers are concerned. These boys will be very young, enthusiastic, and competent and disciplined. And now that they have promised it, let's hold them at their promise. Because I think
I just wish to say this in conclusion, just making that promise means nothing. In corporate India, to succeed, you need the right skill set. You need the right education, you need the right qualifications, you need the right technical aptitude to be able to succeed in CV Street. Just 4 years, for example, of being in the infantry may not necessarily qualify you for a meaningful job in India Inc. Therefore, skilling is critical. Going to top schools, learning new trades is important. Otherwise, this promise today may ultimately not lead to very much unless you've got the skills to be able to succeed in this new job. We will keep tracking what happens from here. For the time being, General Sawhney, General Bhatia, Uttam, Reddy and Rakesh Sinha for joining me on the Newstrack. Thank you very much.